Enjoy this illustrated explainer video about guide dogs for the blind.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some are furry and walk on 4 legs.
A yellow lab guide dog in harness.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe everyone deserves to live the life they want to live and to move through the world safely and confidently. Which is why we match people who are blind or visually impaired living in the US or Canada with exceptional guide dogs at no cost to them.
A person with a guide dog.
We even help with veterinary bills and ongoing essential support. We create these life-changing partnerships entirely through private donations and with the help of thousands of volunteers. And of course, with our incredible dogs.
A group of people with dogs.
Our dogs are guide dogs at the DNA level. We breed them specifically to do this work.
2 dogs and a DNA helix.
At 3 days old, our dogs start spending time with volunteers called puppy socializers.
A person with a newborn puppy.
Being a puppy socializer isn't just a dream job. It's how we help our puppies get comfortable being around humans.
A volunteer interacts with puppies.
At 8 to 10 weeks, puppies go live with volunteer puppy raisers.
A puppy raiser receives a puppy.
These volunteers dedicate a year of their lives to get these dogs ready for more advanced training.
The dog matures.
When the dogs come back to the school, our world-class staff teach them the complex skills required to become successful guide dogs.
2 GDB instructors train dogs.
After about 12 weeks of training, a dog is matched with their person.
A person hugs a guide dog.
This matching process is part art and part science, and always quite remarkable. Our clients and dogs undergo 2 weeks of personalized training together and begin to form a magical and lasting bond.
A person and guide dog in caps and gowns.
After graduating, clients return home with their guide dogs, empowered to enjoy their lives with greater mobility, independence, and inclusion.
3 scenes of people with their guide dogs at home, work, and play.
None of this would be possible without the generosity of our extended community of volunteers and donors.
A group of people and dogs.
To learn more about supporting our life-changing mission, visit us online.
GDB logo and URLs. GuideDogs.com and GDBinternational.ca.
Enjoy a peek into Guide Dogs for the Blind's Puppy Center, where 2 yellow lab puppies romp in an indoor play area full of colorful structures and a variety of toys.
Meet Kylie. She happens to be blind. That may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how awkward people can be around her.
Kylie waits at a bus stop with her guide dog. A woman looks at her quizzically. Question marks appear over the woman's head.
So here are some tips to keep us all moving through the world safely and confidently. Always speak directly to a person with a visual impairment, not their guide dog. Remember, that dog has a job to do.
Good morning.
Hello.
Would you like directions to an open seat?
Sure.
There's 2 rows back on your left.
Thanks.
Kylie gets on the bus with her guide dog and sits across from a woman and child.
Oh, Mom, don't pet that dog. It's working.
Now at the office.
At our office, Kylie's colleagues make sure to introduce themselves when they enter the room and to let her know when they leave.
Sarah stands in the doorway of Kylie's office.
Hi, Kylie. It's Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Did you see the latest episode of Bachelorette on Mars?
I can't believe Abe got put in the spaceship. I thought for sure it would be Lenny.
Thought bubble with a bachelor on a spaceship.
Same.
Are we still on for a shopping trip over lunch?
Yep. I'll see you then. Bye.
Speak directly to people with visual impairments rather than speaking to their friend, their guide dog, or anyone else. And be specific when providing directions.
A boutique storefront. Sales associate with Sarah and Kylie.
Hello, how can I help you?
Actually, it's my friend Kylie who needs help.
And what is she looking for?
She is looking for jeans.
Oh, they're over there. I mean, just ahead of you a few steps. Boyfriend jeans are on the left and mom jeans are on the right.
A restaurant.
Kylie's looking forward to a date with her boyfriend, James.
Kylie, James, and guide dog wait to be seated.
Sorry, no animals allowed in the restaurant.
Actually, guide dogs are allowed anywhere the general public is allowed.
Oh, right this way then.
Kylie and James sit at a table with the dog chilling on the floor like a good doggo.
Hey, Kylie, do you want me to read the menu to you?
Sure. Thank you.
James and Kylie with their food.
This smells amazing.
Should I describe where things are?
Yes, please.
There's spicy chicken curry and rice at the top of your plate and braised greens at the bottom. Your wine is above the plate to the right.
Mmm, so good.
Kylie gives a romantic smile to James. Spinach in her teeth.
Honey, you have spinach in your teeth.
Thanks so much for letting me know.
Let's let Kylie and James enjoy their dinner. For more information and helpful tips, visit guidedogs.com.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. This is our 514th graduation here at the Oregon campus for Guide Dogs for the Blind. Yay! And we're live streaming today from the Oregon campus. And whether you're enjoying this celebration for the first time or joining us virtually, we're glad that you're here with us. And we're here to celebrate 2 new orientation and mobility immersion students, and as well as 3 new guide dog teams. And before we get to that, we're going to talk about the different groups that help make this possible. So first of all, our puppy raisers, which I know we have a lot of puppy raisers here. If you're a puppy raiser, please raise your hand. Yeah, look at all those puppy raisers. Thank you for all that you do. I was also a puppy raiser. And we couldn't do this without you. You really prepared them for their special roles, and we can't substitute the work that you put in. They just wouldn't be the same. And so we thank you for your heart and your soul that you put into each dog. And we thank our donors. Without them, we couldn't provide our lifetime support to our grads at no cost to them. And we don't receive any government funding, so it's all private donations, and so we're very thankful for all the support we get to able to have this program. And we have a special thank you to Lillian Tremoroli and her generous sponsorship of the harnesses for each class throughout the year. And lastly, I'd like to thank all of our volunteers and our employees. And they help support our mission and all the things we do, whether they're in administration, working with the dogs, with our clients, the gift shop. And we have a group in the back here today. Our canine welfare training technicians are all here in the back, and they're here to support us. They take really good care of the dogs while they're here in the kennels. Thank you, guys. And so we're going to show a short video about our mission, and it's audio described. So in addition to the narrator, you'll hear a second voice describing scenes in the video, and their captions are also included. And these inclusive features ensure everyone can access and enjoy this video. Thank you.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our orientation and mobility immersion program.
A man holds a white cane and smiles broadly.
Or pairing youth and adults with the companionship of a canine buddy.
A young girl cuddles with her canine buddy.
Together, we are GDB.
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amit Ahuja and my guide dog's name is Tashi.
I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion Program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
The struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amit and his guide dog Tashi sit on a beach and watch the sunset.
Together, we are unstoppable. To learn more about our life-changing programs and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
Thank you. I'm Margie McMahon. I'm the class supervisor. I'm going to introduce the other instructors in just a moment, but I wanted to give a special thank you to the Seattle Puppy Club. And there's our people from the Seattle Puppy Club here today, yeah? And they are sponsoring the harnesses of Pembroke and Letty in memory of Dallas DeLay. So thank you, yeah. So with me today is Joey Fote-Mead and Hannah Pettit, and then they are the instructors that worked with the clients for the guide dog teams today, and Joey is going to be introducing the clients.
Awesome. So we're going to start off by introducing the members of class OR514. This is our Orientation and Mobility Immersion Program. So GDB's Orientation and Mobility Immersion is a one-week program aimed at enhancing independent travel skills for individuals, including those interested in qualifying for a guide dog and those who already have a GDB guide dog. It serves as a crucial opportunity for people with limited access to O&M services, preparing them to partner effectively with a guide dog. So first up, we have Sheldon Surrey of British Columbia. Sheldon is a girls basketball coach and runs a program, Improve Her Game. He is the only blind basketball coach in North America, and there's a documentary about him losing his sight.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Sheldon, and I'm from Canada. And I just recently lost my vision. About 2 years ago, suddenly, in 3 weeks. And I'm a little nervous right now. It was hard. I didn't think that there was anything really to live for. So I decided a couple times to go home, but there was a purpose for me. And I didn't really know what that was. And it was hard to find support and confidence. I said I wouldn't do this. And I brought my own tissue. It's not borrowed. And I thought there was no purpose. But I had to learn to pivot and find purpose and persevere. And something led me to guide dogs. I put in my application and was accepted. And I laid on the floor and said, why am I doing this? Why am I traveling by myself from Canada, blind, why am I doing this? When I showed up here, as nervous as I was, coming from Canada, I was greeted with a hug, a handshake, and what I now classify as family. It's made my purpose and my perseverance becoming blind so quickly, a little bit easier to adapt. I want to thank everybody. I don't have a dog, but the dog handlers, the dog trainers, the people that raise the dogs, GVD, Guide Dogs for Blind, yeah. I had to think about that. My trainer, Emily, she met me where I was. And it wasn't a program that I came into. She saw that I was broken. She saw I had no confidence. She saw that I was scared. Even though I did work out before I came down here to show I wasn't a scared person. And she met me right where I was. And this whole time, I felt protected. I felt loved. And for once, I really feel accepted in terms of my challenges that I'm going through. So, to conclude, I just want to say thank you to, I don't know if anybody's on the stage, but that's my problem. I think there's one person and there's like over 100. I just want to thank everybody. My friends that I've met, the dogs that I got to walk, which was pretty cool. I thought I was strong. These dogs are super strong. The cooks, the cleaners, just everybody. They've really made this experience just, I don't want to go home because I don't want to cook for myself, but let's just be honest. Let's be real. But I just want to thank everybody for having me. And to Emily, I don't know if you're watching or if you'll see this, but you've created a new Sheldon. And I thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. Okay, I'm done.
Congratulations, Sheldon. Next up, we have David Sleva of Spanaway, Washington. David looks forward to returning home to his friends and family. He appreciates his incredible support network that have helped him achieve his goals during this program. He plans to apply all of his learned skills when he returns home. He would like to thank his instructor, Kai, for the work they accomplished together this week. Congratulations, Dave. And we'll start off by recognizing a home interview guide dog client, and that is Mr. Jeff Lee Kubler of Seaside, Oregon. He received an in-home training with Grady, a male yellow Labrador Retriever, raised by Lauren Grimditch of Boulder, Colorado, and Marnie Chernus of Longmont, Colorado. So behind me, there is a photo. The left photo is Jeffrey wearing blue jeans and a purple shirt. He's sitting on a wooden bench in a carpeted room looking directly at the camera. Grady, wearing his harness, is sitting on the carpet by Jeffrey's side. And then on the right, there's a photo where Grady is lying on his cushioned bed. It looks very comfortable, in front of a fireplace in a living room. He's connected to a tie-down cord and is looking calmly at the camera. Congratulations. And next up, we have Miss Cindy Maywalt of Walla Walla, Washington. Cindy has a chocolate lab named Finn at home, and she loves to travel. She is looking forward to getting moving again. Cindy is receiving a Rov, a male black Labrador Retriever, raised by Patricia Turner of Tacoma, Washington, and Michaela and Cody Ballou of Bonnie Lake, Washington.
All right, thank you. Oh, this is always... you didn't say the number of dogs I've had. Thank you for that. Actually, this is my 8th, and I know if everybody's doing the math, you're thinking, oh, let's see, 10 years average, that makes her 105, so hopefully I look pretty good for 105. But anyway, this has just been an amazing experience yet again, and I find it hard to believe. I was reflecting back, and 43 years ago, I was on stage at GDB in San Rafael, waiting to receive my beautiful yellow lab Einstein, just weeks before I was to go to graduate school and move from Seattle to Nashville, Tennessee. And so I know I would not have done that move. I wouldn't have had the confidence to make that move had I not had Einar by my side. And it was a fabulous experience. So once I finished grad school, I came back to the Northwest, and I started my career working as a teacher of the visually impaired. I worked with blind and visually impaired adults for a short time in Seattle with a private agency. And then I got my teaching job in Tacoma, so I worked for Tacoma Public Schools for 30 years as a teacher of the visually impaired. And all during that time, I always had an amazing guide by my side every step of the way. So, and the other part of that is I always had guide dogs for the blind by my side every step of the way. They were there to support. I don't know if you have any idea the array of services that we receive as clients from GDB, from the time these pups are born until the time we have to say farewell. Now see, I'm gonna cry. But anyway, it's phenomenal, and we can call on them anytime we have an issue with our dogs or just need to chat, they're always there. So there's just, the services are unsurpassed. I'm shaking like a leaf. So anyway, so I was really fortunate that I could transition from one dog to the next seamlessly. When it was time to retire my dog, I was able to keep that dog as a pet and bring my new guide into the home. Until my last guide, Savoy. So 17 months ago, he was diagnosed with a rare and aggressive cancer. And that was the first time I experienced losing my working guide. So that was a new experience. Again, GDB was there to help support, help interpret medical information, and help gently guide through the difficult decisions in helping me make that tough decision to let him go. So 17 months has passed, and that was the first time I've been without a guide in 40-some years. And so it was a time of reflection for me. I was immobilized, not just, excuse me, come here, buddy. Sit. Not just physically, but more emotionally. But it was a great time of reflection because it allowed me to think about the lessons that I've learned from my guides over the years. And what I figured out is that they have it all figured out. They know just how to live. They each morning wake up with a waggy tail. Every day is a gift. Every wake up is a gift. They're ready for anything or nothing. They bring the best out in anybody who has the opportunity to interact with them. They're joyful, they're playful, they're soulful, and they're always present. They know how to live in the present moment, and that's something I work on all the time. So I'm so glad I have a Rav by my side because I will now have a constant reminder of how I'm supposed to live. And he's pretty amazing. He's pretty laid back, so he's going to be a good reminder of that. And I want to thank my puppy raisers and really all of the donors, everybody that's been responsible for me being up here and receiving this beautiful gift. But my puppy raisers, I know that you have given your hearts, your soul, your time, your energy, and you've remained focused on this as your mission, having him up here, becoming a working guide. And I recently saw a statement that said, "In every guide beats the heart of a puppy raiser." And that is so true. And Arav has a massive heart, so he will always carry you with him wherever he goes, and so will I. And one last thing is I want to thank our trainers, because I wouldn't be here without Hannah and Joey and Margie. They have to teach us. They really have to beef up our skills. We get a little bit lax over the years with our old dogs. So it's really a great refresher to learn how we're supposed to drive these dogs and do it again. And they're just amazing. And Arav is so beautifully trained. He's just, he's such a love out of harness, and he's confident, and he's skilled. And he seems to love his job when he's guiding me. Hey, buddy. Come here, sweetie. So, in closing, I just wanted to say that the name Arav is very unusual. It's of Indian origin, and it represents, they use it for a boy's name a lot, and it represents peace, harmony, tranquility, also means wisdom and radiance. So Arav has all of those qualities wrapped up in his beautiful brindle coat, and I'm so proud to have him by my side. I'm looking forward to taking him home. And the one thing that I always love when I get a new dog is that reverent moment when we're no longer working as two, but we're working as one. It always happens, and it happens at a different time for each dog. But it is truly magical. So thank you, everybody, for all that you've done in making this happen.
Hi, my name is Patricia. I had the privilege of having Arav from the puppy truck until he was 6 months old. I knew right from the start he was going to make it. And it's just one of those feelings that you get, and when you look into those eyes, he was always I was always sitting on his bed and him on my lap. Yeah. But he wanted to be with people. He wanted to please people. He was so eager to learn new things, and to just to be right there for me all the time. He was a wonderful puppy.
Hi, my name is Michaela. You guys saw my daughter Isabella. Arav and Isabella's birthdays are 14 days apart, so they pretty much grew up together for that first year. He came to us at 6 months, and they were best friends. And he spent most of his time upside down on the floor, and her playing next to him, and they got along so well. So he's a very easy puppy to raise and to train. He was so fun, so we're really proud of him.
Congratulations. Next up, we have Drew Nance of LeGrand, Oregon. This is Drew's second guide dog. His first dog's name was Sushi. He looks forward to returning home to family and friends. Drew is receiving Letty, a female black Labrador Retriever raised by Stephanie Michelson Correa of Seattle, Washington.
My turn? Oh, sorry. First.
Here you go.
I was going to say. Well, first of all, I just want to thank guide dogs, especially Joey up here. He was kind of one that worked one-on-one with me throughout these past 2 weeks. And sometimes I never really made it easy on him. But of course, they never really sometimes made it easy on me either. But halfway through, well, a little over halfway through the class, I had a dog that they had matched me with at first. Ironically enough, Letty's sister. And there were just some things that weren't going to really work out about that match. And so they decided, Joey and Margie, and they all decided that, we want to make a switch. And I am so glad that they did, because I got Miss Letty here, and she's a Spitfire, for sure. I was actually talking to Stephanie just a little bit ago about her, and she said that she absolutely loves water. So, the one thing I've known about Letty is that she will always greet me with a tail wag, especially in the mornings. 5:30 in the morning comes around really early, and you're not expecting this tail wag, thump 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 along the crate. But she's definitely a sweet girl. She always loves to come up and give me kisses in the morning too. So that's kind of my best part of waking up. Instead of Folgers in your cup, it's kisses from Letty in the mornings. This past 2 weeks has been crazy. Somewhat stressful at times, but I pulled through it with Letty here, and I've also had the privilege to work with Joey, and as Cindy said a little bit ago, it's always hard with us retrains because we've had this would be my second dog, but we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs, and we always want to go back to that. We get really kind of lax, I guess, and so it doesn't take too long before Joey's over here going, make sure you're in your halt position, make sure you're feeding right, make sure you're doing this, make sure you're doing that, and by the end of it, I was pretty much back where I was. I was at a pro at it again, and I really want to thank my classmates, Cindy, Sheldon, Dave, Raquel, and myself. We all bonded as a team together, and the camaraderie between all of us was just really great and really awesome. And thank the cooking staff. Oh, hi, Letty. You just decided to lay down. The cooking staff, all their meals were amazing, as always. 10 years and you kind of forget about, how good the cooking is here. But and then just, all the supervisors, Margie, and all the rest of everybody out at Guide Dogs, the donors who've helped us to bring these amazing dogs, and who will donate their time. And then I want to also thank Stephanie for raising an amazing puppy. She is just very graceful at what she does, and from what I've known about Stephanie thus far, I can see that she's got a great head on her shoulders, and she has raised probably one of the most amazing dogs I've had a privilege to get to know. So again, thank you for everything in the Guide Dogs, and we will hopefully be coming back maybe in the next 10 years.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, I just wish the two of you the absolute best in your next, possibly 10 years of upcoming adventures together. And it's just wonderful to hear, how just, sweet Letty has been, and you guys just, she was quickly able to make that transition in and, get started with you. And really one of Letty's best features truly is her wake up in the morning. And so it's just wonderful to hear that continues. She's has just the biggest wiggle butt. Like, you don't, the lights can be out, eyes closed. You know Letty's awake because you'll hear her tail wagging against the crate or the wall or the bed. And so it must be 5:30 a.m. Letty's ready to go. And yeah, it's just, she really does start every day just with the happiest tail wags, wiggle butt. And so I just feel really lucky for the last year that I spent with Letty, because every morning I'd get up in just a great mood because this little wiggle butt is just ready to go. And so I'm so happy for the two of you and for all the adventures that you have ahead of you. And thanks everybody at Guide Dogs for the Blind. Volunteering with GDB has been absolutely wonderful. I've made so many friends, and it's just just so much joy and so much fun. And so thank you, GDB and the Seattle group and everybody who's had a hand in making Letty a sweet little guide dog, and an awesome partner here to Drew. So I wish you both the absolute best in the years ahead.
Congratulations. Next up, we have Miss Raquel Perez of Spokane, Washington. Raquel has 2 daughters, 1 grandson, 3 granddaughters, and 3 great-grandchildren. She is a builder at the Lighthouse for the Blind, and she loves reading and snowshoeing. Raquel is receiving Tostada, a female yellow Labrador Retriever raised by Barbara Serber of Olympia, Washington, and Amelia Evers of Eugene, Oregon.
I have a very short story. First of all, I have to say that this journey that we all take, it is a very difficult journey. And I cannot say that I could do it, but what I can say that with God Almighty's strength, I could do it. And now I'm ready to face whatever comes our way, and I know that I'm not alone. I have God on one side, and I have Toasty on my other side. And I guess our tears express our gratitude. Thank you.
I'm Amelia. I am Tostada's second raiser. She was started by the amazing Barbara Serber. I wrote this out because I knew if I didn't write it out, I would cry. Before I start, I'd like to say thank you to the amazing group of people who helped Tostada get to where she is today. Thank you to Barbara Serber, to whom I credit Tostada's amazing foundation, to all the wonderful trainers and staff at GDB, and to the amazing GDB community for bringing me so many close friends who are watching live. Thank you to Lauren, Annie, and the rest of the Portland East Club for supporting Tostada. To my family for helping and supporting me along my raising journey. I couldn't do it without you. And lastly, to Raquel for loving Tostada as much as I do and welcoming her into your family. I got Tostada in November of 2023 as my first puppy. She was 7 months old and I was a junior in high school. Tostada accompanied me from everything from weekends at the beach to errands at the tire shop. She tried to fit as many toys in her mouth as she could, her records too, and play with our pet dog, Tilla, to whom became fast friends with Toasty. She rode on a school bus for field trips, snored during class, and even wore a boot noir for prom. She helped teach new club members how to train puppies and even had the honor of being the go-to pup for first-time sitters. She loved to work and still does, and would heavily judge me and give me puppy dog eyes for taking the occasional sick day from school. She also had a plethora of nicknames, including Toasty, Toasty Marshmallow, Toasty Tata, and so many more. Now, 2 years later, Toasty is 3, and I'm in college at the University of Oregon. I can't help but think how we were both such babies all those years ago and how far we have come since then. I have just finished raising my third dog, and credit Tostada for helping me become the raiser I am today. Tostada has worked as an amazing guide dog and now gets to continue her career with Raquel, to whom she is a perfect match for. Tostada was the best first dog I could have asked for and was and still is practically perfect in every way, as I often say. While I've missed Tostada loads, seeing her here today, working with Raquel, makes it all worth it and is what keeps me raising time and time again. Puppy raising has been one of the most challenging yet rewarding things I have done, and it is such a privilege to witness these dogs change so many lives. I would like to end with a beautiful quote from a raiser in California whose dog Amani graduated on this same stage 2 weeks ago. Before these dogs go on to change lives for those who are visually impaired, they change the lives of those who encounter them during their training.
Hi, I'm Barbara. Tostada was actually, she's my 18th dog. My 20th dog just came back to campus for formal training. Tostada was my first dog when I moved to Sequim, Washington. And if you don't know where that is, it's up by Port Angeles across from Victoria, Canada. She made the transition very easy to join the local puppy club. I had a great leader, Deb Cox, and before I knew it, I had tons of friends because the guide dog community really is a family. And I've been doing this 34 years. I can't imagine not doing it. I'm coming up for a knee replacement, and I'll do it again as soon as I'm done. So it's truly, truly a community. I was telling Raquel, people say, how can you say goodbye? I don't say goodbye, I say, hello, Raquel. Welcome to the guide dog family. It was a pleasure raising Toasty. She is a very caring dog. She would check in on my husband, who is disabled. She would check on anyone that came in the house. If you weren't okay, you got a head on your lap. So it's been a privilege raising her, and I'm very excited who she's going with, and I look forward to staying in touch. So may you have a long partnership. Thank you.
Congratulations. And Margie McMahon will come back up, but congratulations, both O&M clients and guide dog clients.
I want to echo that. Congratulations, you guys. I hope that you heard the words community, family, love, care, and fun, right? We have it all here. So it is really an amazing thing that happens every 2 weeks here. And most of you are a part of that. So thank you all out here too, supporting us. Okay, so we're going to do a little demo, and I'm going to talk about it first. During training, our dogs learn most of the skills involved with guide work through the use of a clicker, which is a marker, an audible marker that marks the behavior we want the dog to repeat. And the clicker makes communication consistent and timely. It's better than praise or food alone. So we start by pairing food with the sound of the click. And once the dog understands that the click means food, then we can pair the click with a desired behavior. So for example, when they're doing something like stopping for a curb or going into a down position, they get a click and they think, oh, food. And then they're likely to want to do these behaviors in anticipation of getting rewarded. So Hannah's working here with Autumn, and Autumn's already been what we call clicker loaded. She knows what it means. And she's going to show you how we would introduce a target of a bench to the dog. So she starts at the bench, and rewards are there, and then they start back, we call back chaining. They step one step back, and just keep adding a little distance. So now Hannah will step back a step with Autumn, and what we want to see is the anticipation that the dog is already going towards what it is, and that makes us understand that they know what they're trying to do. And it makes the job simpler than just food alone. And so as she gets to be about where she's about 3 steps or so back, and then she can pick up the handle, and she takes her to the bench. And then she could do it maybe one more time, and this time, since we think she's going to anticipate it, she would then add the command, find the bench. So we always want to introduce these things from for the dog can see what they're targeting. Like you wouldn't start at the back door and say find the bench because they wouldn't connect to it, but over time they might. So this is something that our clients can use at home. They know how to do this with their dogs. Teach them like a light signal button or their ATM or their bus stop, a garbage can, whatever's helpful in their area that they might want to teach their dog to target. It's a really great tool, and as you can see, the dogs love it. So they love targeting things. Very good. Thank you, Hannah. And Autumn. A little trivia, Autumn and our other siblings. All right. And so Hannah's going to stay up here after the ceremony. If anyone has questions, she's here to answer questions. And I just want to encourage you, if you would like to be a puppy raiser, hint, hint, or a volunteer, or you want to work for us, or you would just want to make a donation, visit guidedogs.com. And you can also talk to any staff members here today if you're interested. And join us if you're here for refreshments in the visitor center and tours if you're interested. Thank you. There's a sign in the back for tours, so please join us. Thank you.